Hi folks, so I've got a Sansui 990 receiver here. I'd never seen one of these. I believe it's a variant of the Sansui 9090. I got this from a buddy of mine, Rick. He's a good tech. He's kind of got himself stuck here. And I want to talk about that a little bit because this happens to all of us. We're looking at something. We're so close to it, we can't see what the problem is. Somebody else comes along, looks at it and goes, oh yeah, it's that. It's happened to me. I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but it's always a good idea to get another set of eyes on a problem like this. It can usually help at least point out where you want to look next. So anyhow, he gave me a list of things to look at on here. Said he has no adjustment of the DC offset or bias. It's got a brand new driver board in here. He's got new outputs in here. Says one channel goes into protection after an hour, hour and a half. I think it was the left channel. And he said the protection relay clicks in and out. So I'm going to take a look starting with offset and see what the deal with that is. And we'll take it from there. So let's dig in. Well, the first thing I discovered is I am able to get the offset dialed in. I have the right channel down to 0.2 millivolts. And the left channel is around 2 to 3. Dancing around a little, but I am able to get these adjusted. I think these are 10-turn pots. But yeah, I'm able to get these adjusted, so I'm not sure what the issue there was. I'm going to take a look at the bias. Now, Sansui on this model and the some of the other ones want you to pull one of the fuses and check the bias that way. I'm going to go across one of these emitter resistors. I just want to see what we get by doing that. Okay, so it looks like I have bias adjustment on the first channel here. I'm not sure if this is left or right, but like I said, I believe these are 10-turn pots. You can see I can get this to change. And let me speed the meter up a little. Yeah, so the one channel looks okay. Speed up the other one. But I can't get anything out of this unless I just haven't turned it enough. A lot of people do use these 10-turn pots. I'm not sure what's up, but we have, looks like nothing here because I'm doing quite a bit twisting and I'm not getting anything. So the one channel looks like it's okay. The other one, not so much. So I'm going to have to look into that. And I do want to put this on the distortion analyzer and see what we get out of here. But this should be somewhere about what we want. I haven't done any calculations. I'm just going across one of the resistors. Like I said, Sansui has you go through one of these fuse sockets, and we can do that. I actually have a rig I made for that, which you can never find at any given time. But it's basically a blown fuse with a couple of leads soldered across it. I'll dig it up and I'll show it to you. I'm tapped across the emitter and collector of transistor TR8. I'm going to pop the schematic up here so you can take a quick look at it. We can talk about this. If you look, TR8 is our bias transistor, and it sits between the two drivers TR12 and TR14. The collector should be a positive voltage. The emitter should be a negative voltage. And here's our problem. They are both exactly the same. I did a quick check to see if it was shorted emitter to collector with the power off. I got about 2K. I don't think that's what it should be, but I also don't think that that transistor is shorted. So I'm going to have to look a little deeper in here and see what's going on. But this is definitely part of the problem and probably why this channel was going into protection, because I don't think it's properly running in class AB. This is a quasi-complementary amp. All the outputs are NPNs, but the drivers are PNP and NPN. We need to figure out what's going on here, and then I think we'll solve probably all of our problems. Spend a few minutes taking some voltage readings. What I discovered was that TR10 had been installed backwards, and that guy is right over here. I compared it to the other channel, and I looked at the data sheet, and then I flipped it around because it was obviously in backwards. So I can't say I've never done it. So no shame there, Rick. But anyway, now I can get this on here and getting the shakes because I haven't eaten since breakfast. And I ran 5 miles this morning. So yeah, I'm running out of calories. But let's see here. That's all the way down. Yeah, this is definitely at least a 10-turn pot. You can look at the top meter. Now we're getting some bias out of here. So we were able to get the bias and offset, and I think that's probably going to be our whole problem here. So yeah, this should be good. I got to do the math, but I think 5-6 millivolts across one of these emitter resistors is good. Let's see here. Oh, and I found the rig that they want you to use, because they want you to substitute one of these fuses here and put your meter in current mode and go right across it. And that was right up here on the bench, and I lost it again. Anyhow, I will show that to you, but then let's put some signal through here and see what we can get. Okay, so I've got the distortion analyzer hooked up here, and when we turn the volume up, we get signal. See what we can get out of here. I haven't got a lot of signal going in, but that looks like, yeah, this thing's putting out good 9,300 watts a channel, a little bit of imbalance. We'll take a look. For all I know, the balance control's off center, but yeah, looks like everything's good now. Let me just take a quick look at the front panel. I'm sure I'm going to kick the camera, so be forewarned. Okay, balance is good. Loudness is off. Looks like our tone controls are defeated. Yeah. Okay, looks like everything's good here. There's a good 100 watts channel out of here. A little bit of imbalance, but you never hear it. A lot of that's just due to the, oh, and something else Rick had pointed out, and I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm going to have to move the camera, but he said the meters weren't moving. It probably wasn't really developing any power to speak of. Let me move the camera and start this again. Okay, so there's a little better view of the meters, and as we turn this thing up, you can see our meters are doing just fine. And I'm getting, let's see here, whoop, that's clipping. So yeah, meters are showing up about, we might want to see if we can calibrate these, because I've got over 100 watts out of here. All right, let's see if we can find an adjustment for those. I've disconnected the right channel, so I'm just working with the left. So if you look at the top meter, we're going to turn the volume up until I get about 28.3 volts, 28.28. That should correspond to about 100 watts. That's pretty good there. And the meter's right about 100. I did do this one. We'll have to check the right channel. You can see that's right about where we need to be. So I'm going to turn it down, and now I'm going to connect just the right channel. We'll take a look at that. It's going to be the bottom meter. We need to get 28.3. This is supposed to be 110 watts a channel, but there's no 110 on the display there. And that one's down a little bit, should be over here. So I turn the right-hand pot, and we get 100. Okay, so if I put them both in now, Okay. And the meters look like they're tracking each other pretty well. Should be about 100. Yeah, we're good. There's a little bit of imbalance. This is normally due to wear in the volume control. These are just wipers on carbon tracks, and every time you turn them up and down, it's going to place a little bit of wear on there. But anyhow, this looks like all that's wrong with it. I'm going to play some music through here, and then we're going to call it good. All right, so no repair video is complete until you play a little music through this thing and see what we get. Might be clipping the mic here, but I do want to get some motion on the meters. Anyhow, this thing's working fine now. So Rick, wasn't too big a deal, but anyhow, as always, I thank everyone for watching, and I like giving back to the community that's given me so much. Thanks, everyone.